We back up in this thing. You can't roll with us if your last name don't got no loyalty. Podcast party poppin', but you already knew. I've been rolling with these folks. This that Monday night crew. Millennials versus the world like. Millennials versus the world like you. Millennials versus the world like. Millennials versus the world like you. Millennials versus the world. Millennials versus the world like you. Millennials versus the world like. Millennials versus the world like you.
Yo, what's happening, good people, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Monday Night Crew. It's your boy K. Mims, the only spot you get authenticity and entertainment at the same time. I got the lady of the show right now, Miss Asia. What's happening?
Hey.
I don't know what happened to my bro DJ J Dub, man. He just blacked out on us. But we here though. We here, man.
We here.
How you making out? How you feeling? It's
good,
the weather
tired.
has broke. It's cold.
On this good Monday, but we making it through.
Hey, what's your thoughts on daylight savings, yo?
I'm over it. Because sometimes I get so happy, and then other times I get exhausted. I just feel like it just always depends. And to be honest, I never remember which one is like, am I falling back, spring, but it's fall back, spring forward, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like how it's so dark so early now, though.
Yeah, that's the only part. I feel like this year, it actually did that. Was we together with it? Maybe it was the weekend before that. But I actually felt the hour gain. However, the whole going in, the whole like, is the sun is out when I go, and then the sun is out when I go, and now it's dark when I get back. I'm not with that. So
yeah,
but yeah, AJ, I was asking Asia, man.
Sorry, y'all. Hey, look, they did exactly what I knew they was gonna do, bro. Here come Mackenzie calling. Like, bro, I just called you.
Yeah. Jay, what's your thoughts on this boy about to be back out of here, man? We about to start the video. Hey, look, man, let's go ahead and get into these topics of the night, man. I ain't fooling with Jay. All right, man. So nothing too crazy on the docket now pertaining to social news. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been super into social news, but I did see this clip that I think is worth talking about. So the game went on Kurt Franklin's podcast and talked about his interactions with women in his 20s and his 30s opposed to how he looks at it now. So I'm gonna play a clip about what he said, and then we're gonna give some thoughts.
30s, it was just an exchange. Sometimes, like when I was in my 20s and my 30s, it was just an exchange. You know what I'm saying? It was, hey, I'm giving you this, we having our moment, and then I'm gonna get back to my life, you get back to yours. No emotions because you're young. Everybody got their whole life ahead of them. When you get in your 40s, man, you start feeling like you womanized, and I'm taking emotions home with me, or she's taking emotions out the door with her. If you are, living that type of lifestyle, and I'm like not sleeping good after that because I feel like I had no pure intentions for this person, and this person is also late, 30s or mid 30s, and they got a life, and so like when you got when you're young and you're dealing with a young woman, ain't nobody tripping. It's all good. But when you're older and you know that woman has trauma from her past relationship and all of that, and dinner is cool, going out on a date is cool, but then once you start getting intimate with people and you know for sure that they are invested in you even a little bit, and you have no, you ain't talking to this person after tomorrow, man. You carry like, you
start feeling it. You didn't care about before, or feelings you never even thought or worried about. It's crazy.
And then and then guess what? We don't even talk. We don't have nobody to talk to that about. So we got to lie.
And I get mad. I'm
Who can you talk to?
Yeah.
Who can you be vulnerable with?
Well, if I just took advantage of someone's emotions, right? And Matt is my boy, and he did the same thing a week ago. We ain't talking about that. We like, what's up, bro? Looking good.
All right, so I'm not gonna go crazy on what he said the interaction was, what he felt, but what's your initial thoughts on it? May be for men or women. Like in your 20s and 30s, you're not really thinking about the toll it takes to mess with somebody. In your 40s, you're thinking more about their background, who am I exchanging energy with. Typically, is that the experience for people who is that the same experience for guys and for girls? Let's start there. Asia, I got to throw to you first because you're the only lady.
Let's go, Asia.
Panel represent.
Yeah, I don't think that it is the same experience because I think actually for women when we're in our 20s, especially, definitely in our 30s, if marriage is the goal, right? We are considering all the things. We do have our emotions heavily involved. It actually is not until we've experienced enough men that seemingly don't care about our emotions that it becomes a, okay, bet, cool. I see what you got going on. I don't care anymore either. Now, now I don't care. And I think now we're even having a lot more conversations around people that are saying like, dang, women are acting like dudes out here. Like, dang, like it's really different. And I think it's because it's one of those things around like not all, but some. I don't have a number, I don't have a percentage, but I do think that that for some women it's like, you know what, too often we have been invested, we are thinking about end goal, and it's not being, our emotions are not being our emotions are being taken advantage of, right? And so then it becomes like, okay, cool, I guess I'm playing the game too.
So, actually, let me ask you this before I say my opinion. I heard you say earlier, like now we have women acting like men. Do you really think that's possible, or do you think it's just like, I don't think a woman can act like a guy. I think she could do the same mannerisms, try to move around, but like the result of a woman doing it is not the same as the result of a guy doing it. That's where I have a problem with that at.
Yeah, no,
So,
I agree with what you're saying, but I'm saying like what people are saying now. For example,
mhm,
I've heard a lot of men say it's very difficult to pursue a woman at this point. I've heard men say it feels like women are pursuing us. You know what I'm saying? Like in a different way.
mhm,
That's what I mean. Like I've heard a lot of people say
mhm,
the chase is not the same. It doesn't feel the same. Women are more
mhm,
quote unquote aggressive. They're the ones that's like we going out XYZ, or it becomes a, wait, y'all like me? This is the dude. Like, wait a minute, I thought a woman's supposed to, be really feeling a dude. And the shorty and the woman is just like, okay, I got what I needed. Bye. Okay, that was fun. Good job,
yeah.
King. And keep it pushing.
Here we go.
That's what I
Here we
mean. And I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but I'm saying I think
mhm.
that it has been a trend of that has been happening.
That's fair. That's fair. Jay, what's your thoughts, bro?
First of all, it's just definitely a trend of that going on right now. Um, I never like really get into that bag because I haven't really been put in a situation where I'm like not pursuing, and on top of that, been put in a position where it's like, dang, you acting more, manly than me. I've never been in that position, but it is out
Mm,
here in the dating scene. What I thought about that was I think that women are more intentional in their 20s than we are with dating, because they have a goal, they have a purpose. A lot of times the guys are trying to find their self, figure out what's going on. And if I'm being real, like most of the time the guys get a good girl in that time frame, they just like, yeah, she ain't really going nowhere. Like I can hold on to her. So it's kind of like the waiting game. Like I got time to quote unquote get myself together while she's kind of, like playing the safe zone. And
mhm,
I think now a lot of women are going to that point, Asia, of like, hey, I done been through a couple, guys, and it's like, I'm gonna do the hurting first. I ain't about to be out here looking crazy. So I think that's where the imbalance is coming in the dating scene. Um, but do I think it's true? First of all, what Game was saying, I think he's starting to realize now, because like now you got a daughter that's getting, now you trying to realize like how you are as a man. And it's like, oh, do you want your daughter dating that type of man? Like you should think about that when you had a daughter when she was young. I'm not saying,
mhm.
I just think that you should mimic who you would like your daughters to date.
Yeah. So, yeah, I agree, Jay. I also would say, like, let's err on the side of like grace, just a tad bit. I think guys 20s and 30s, like when he talks about taking advantage of women emotionally, it's kind of like we don't even have that viewpoint of emotions yet when we're in our 20s and 30s. Like that is just an exchange to for most guys. In the way he was talking about like, taking advantage of their emotions in a sexual, and then for it to lead to sex. It's like we don't make that attachment all the way there in our 20s. I would say in our 30s, yeah, 20s, not so much, but late 20s, early 30s, you should start to turn a corner and kind of know, like, okay, what am I doing? How am I sticking and moving? What's the goal? Brittany, what up? What's the goal
What up, Rich?
behind
Hey y'all.
uh, what's the goal behind this interaction? The only thing I hate is like why it gotta be the guys that had vicious 20s and 30s speaking for us in their 40s? Like, why do those have to be our spokespeople at 40? You feel where I'm coming from? Like, why does the game who has like didn't he, like, if I'm not mistaken, his latest child is by like one of his peers' daughters or something like that? And I'm like, why do you have to be our spokesperson? The same thing we said about Ray J in a couple episodes ago. Like, it's certain people like don't speak for us, bro. Like, you could be right, and what you saying can make sense, but the messenger, you don't need to say it. Please stop. But I do think there's a level of when we get in our 40s, we think about, okay, man, I'm gonna get crucified, but it's worth it tonight. Like, I think you think about the headache more. When you're in your 20s, you don't think about what come with get scratching that thing. But when you get older, you like, hold on, dog. She, you telling me at this age is this easy? Sums up with that. You know what I mean? Like, you think about it more, or certain reactions you get while you in the journey or you in the chase mean more then than they would prior to that. So I just hate that he's a person. Go ahead, Asia.
I will say though, because I agree with you. It's one of those like, really, the game, but I also think like I really appreciate, like I appreciated what was coming, what he was saying, right? I do appreciate that you do have a man that was out here being reckless in some degree, right? In some regard, actually being able to say like, all right, y'all, at some point, like we can't keep doing this. That's what that's the message that I got. It's like, okay, at some point it's gonna get tired. And my hope while as I was listening to it and to see all those men not only talk about the realizations that they were having, but also that they didn't have the spaces to actually talk about those things. Because then that lets me know that there might be other men that feel that way, but because they're not talking to their boys about it, because there aren't any safe spaces, it then becomes like, all right, well, maybe I'm tripping. Let me just keep going on and keep doing what I
Yeah.
was doing in my 20s and 30s. Because all my boys, nobody's talking about it. So I guess it's just me. I'm just tripping. But I think having that conversation, it's like, oh, so we all thinking the same thing. We should probably talk about this more.
Yeah. And we do clown each other when you're younger about being sprung too. Like, if you fall in love after the first time and you say it, we like, what, bro? But honestly, we was doing it when we were virgins. Like, I remember being a virgin clowning my homeboy, like, man, you crazy, you love her. But boy, I'm over there sick, man. I can't get nobody to like me back yet, but I'm clowning him because he got something. You know what I'm saying? I think guys do that a lot in their 20s. And to be real, it's not cool to like think about it. When the guys get in a relationship, we typically say like, oh, like we typically say like, oh, dad, bro, we lost a real one today. We make it uncool to be with that girl early on in life. So it's even harder to express those things that we're doing to our friends when we know that they're gonna clown us. But so, Asia, I agree. That it's still a table full of dudes. Let me ask you this, Asia.
Mm.
If his past is vicious, do you accept that? Does it make the realization more valuable or it makes it less believable? So if your past was crazy and you were doing all these things and now you come to it, does that make what you're saying now more valid, or does it make you question it more because of how wild somebody once was?
Mm. I would need to, I wouldn't blindly believe it. Like I would think it's about, like I would need to see what actually got you to that turning point. Because for me, for some odd reason, I don't feel like it's one of those like, oh, he woke up that morning and was like, yeah, I've changed my ways. I feel like he real deal like saw the fact that he really hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I wonder what was that turning point in real time so that I could be like, all right, he really did. Like, okay, I guess.
Hey,
And that goes actually to what funny Marco said when we were talking about. As much as I did not like what he was saying, the point that I tried to take away from it is that he was saying when you really see that you've hurt somebody, then it
Oh, for
should
sure.
be a pivot that you do. So for me, it
For
would
sure.
be like, all right, I see like he know he really hurt somebody real bad that really did not deserve that. And maybe that was the pivot. And so my hope would be, all right, it might be believable with a little
hey,
eyebrow raise.
in Asia,
Hmm.
just to add to that, I think the pivot could be that somebody hurt him and opened his eyes and was like, you know what? Because we said they out here changing. Somebody might have put that game on him, and he like, hey man, I don't like this feeling. Have I been making girls really feel like this? I need to reevaluate.
Oh yeah, I think
It's,
so.
it's never fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Boy,
ever.
It's not.
It ain't. I don't care what instance it is. I just I don't think if you 40 and you got 3 different kids by a lady your age, a lady 20 years younger, and a lady's 30, like, okay, bro. I don't think you learn nothing, man. I think you just trying not to get burnt no more. And respectfully, all the guys, I do think the guys at the table were the guys that can relate to it the most. However, I need to see in the next 2 weeks what the game does or says online to know if that's legit, because he probably gonna null and void all this in the coming month with what he's gonna say. It's things like that, man. I think the conversation is real, but what do you do when you're not on camera having it? Does it match that when you're not, when you represent outside of that? Brittany, what's your thoughts?
I don't have no thoughts. I'm honestly, I'm trying to follow the conversation, but all I heard was the game, and I'm like, yeah, same dog, new tricks. Whatever y'all talking about, he did. He lying. He'll do it again tomorrow.
Damn.
He right, yeah. The game could be rough. The game could be rough on the body, man.
Yeah.
The game could be rough on the body. All right, Jay and Age, any more thoughts on that?
No, we good.
No.
All right, man. So we got a video reaction before we get into the topics of the night. Okay. All right, man. So I'll pull this from tonight's conversation. I'm just gonna play it, man. I'm just gonna play it.
My current partner gets upset when I call on my kids' father for help. I would say my current partner gets upset when I call on my kids' father for help with certain things.
For just like the kids, though?
No.
Oh.
How much is the income difference between them two?
The ex is an old, so he's making some coins.
A woman wants to know that her feelings are important. A man wants to know that his thoughts are respected. So, if you respect this man, set up an agreement with the children's father that every 1st and 15th he sends you X amount of dollars, and what you don't get out of that, then you and your partner figure out how to make it happen. Don't disrespect him. That's very disrespectful.
She said I agreed to be with him. I didn't agree to be broke. And here's the thing.
Yes, you did.
No, but that's
yes, you did.
No, she did.
Oh,
She
man.
her actions but she ain't accepting that, because here's the thing. Isn't this dynamic? Imagine that man. You're choosing me now to be a partner in this relationship, to be a leader in this relationship, and we agree to do life together. So when there's a challenge, me and you gonna figure it out together. And this is how we build our bond. You are taking our ability to build our bond away, because what you do is you look for an escape route.
All right, man. I ain't listening to all that positivity, man. We ain't trying to get in all that stuff, man. What I want to know is, what are you all's thoughts on that first part where you leave that line of communication open to the children's father?
In the way that she's talking about it, like I was with the first guy that spoke. It's like, if it has something to do with your children, then that to me makes sense, right? I do think that like co-parenting is cool. I know that there's some like men that, that they have kids that they're like, well, I'm gonna make sure that the mother of my of my children, that she's good. That I feel like that's fair. But when she has a partner, she has to be the one to set certain boundaries though. Right? Like I do think that it's a her, in this scenario, it's a her responsibility. Also, this is kind of random, but kind of not. There are just some things I would have to submit anonymously.
Yeah, dog.
I'm not going up to the mic saying stuff like that.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, and it's a thing, bro. If that's your girl, get rid of her ASAP.
Yeah.
Like, bro, no, for so many different reasons. First, like, let's be clear, yo. Like, if I know as the children's father, I don't have a leg up, but I always got a line of communication to you if we're actively co-parenting. I know that's pissing him off, and I'm picking up the phone because why would I care? You know what I'm saying? But people like her that's like anonymous, not anonymous. Why are you putting your man payment information out there? Why are you making it a thing between basically making it to me? The way I perceived it is like who you're with can't provide something that you want, so I go over here. That's insane, dog. Get rid of her, man. That's probably why she in the situation anyway right now, thinking the way she think.
Man,
I'm
what?
sorry, bro. And I'm not neglecting guys who pay their child support or take care of their kids. I'm gonna be real. I think that's a cop out from the mom's end. Like, oh, I got to keep this long. Like, we had this conversation before. I'm just not randomly giving you money because you don't have something. That don't make sense to me. That doesn't. Like, let's get on an agreement. I'll pay whatever, because I think a lot of times, Brittany, I know you got something to say about this. I know a lot of times,
Where you gonna throw Brittany?
in my opinion, if I'm the dad and I got to take care of myself too, and then send you money and then be responsible for it whenever you need something, that's insane to me. I think that's crazy. And I don't think kids should just automatically go with their mom just because.
Okay. So I was with you till I wasn't. Um I I think that she's absolutely referring to the clip, I think she is
Yeah,
I think it's disrespectful. I
for
do.
sure.
Cause you are in a relationship with somebody else and like you're literally saying this bro nigga ain't take care of nothing. So I'ma just
Yeah.
go over here. Like that's just
Mhm.
wildly disrespectful. For that, just leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? And he's silly for hanging around, like sticking around to even have
1000%.
there's boundaries to everything. Like even when it comes down to the kids, I'm a huge advocate for being there for your children, like outside of just monetary things, like actually show up. Cause it's more to parenting than just paying for stuff. You gotta
Fact.
actively be involved. So if y'all have that communication and co-parenting, whatever situation going on, then okay, cool. But when it comes down to like let's say sis was being like they broke up, right? He's quote unquote co-parenting, taking care of the kid, but he's also taking care of her, but she wasn't in a relationship situation. And so now she gets in one or whatever, and the guy is not meeting her needs, but the boyfriend, the baby daddy is. Like that's for her to set that then boundary, like y'all are saying, to be like, okay, now I'm with somebody. Like understand that you were paying for whatever it was. I don't need that anymore because it's just a level of respect that I'm willing to. She don't like that man for real. She really doesn't. Like
Mhm. Yeah,
you don't love somebody, you don't like them for real if you're still allowing somebody else to pay for your stuff. Cuz when he go to work, she going over there when she dropping the kids off. Best
for
believe she
sure.
bent over the bed and picking up the
For
kids.
sure.
Like she gotta be. She
1000%.
gotta be. I
1000%.
don't, yeah, no.
I don't believe. Never mind. Jay.
Well, like Brittany said, she's picking up the kids and he's dropping some off for sure. So
Ah!
let's just go ahead and put that out there for sure. First and foremost, the level of disrespect through this whole video is insane. You signed up to be with
Mhm.
a partner, right? And you said, okay, I want to be with you in a relationship with you. Now, all of a sudden, like you said, not anonymously, you're going up here with your face, everything, saying, yeah, but I ain't signed up to be with a broke and whatever. If the situation was that good over here, you would have still been there. So obviously there's other things other than finances going on, right? Let's just start with
For
that.
sure.
Second of all, I agree with the lady when she said, if we're going to be on an agreement, first and 15th, money only. She's getting money too. That's why she doesn't want to cut that well off. And on top of that, I watched the whole clip just to give a little bit more insight. She's not only getting financial things happening for her, but she's also at a point to where she's cool with it. And I don't think she is explaining it to her boyfriend that way. And it's making
Mhm.
him look dumb as hell.
Mhm.
Like just get up out of there, man. I don't like it. I think it was very disrespectful, distasteful. And yeah, I would leave.
Yeah, and I don't and to piggyback off leaving, like I don't get why. I'm gonna look at the dad, the father of the children. Yeah, it's an ego thing. That's what it boils down to. Like, yeah, you have my kids, but like I'm just trying to prove I could do stuff for you and he can't. Right. But it's like, even if I am getting those benefits, I don't see why I'm winning low key to piss another guy off. Like, what's the you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving you all this bread. I'm making myself available whenever you know you need me. But best trust and believe, if he get in a relationship and it's time for her to, and he sets a boundary with her, she crashing out behind that. Guaranteed.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
1,000%.
And that's the thing that I don't get. That's trick bag, man.
And
That's
to add to
trick
that,
bag.
not to cut you off, bro. And to add to that, later on in the video, they asked her if your boyfriend was to go through y'all text message thread, right? And see are there inappropriate text messages? And she smiled and said yes. That's the telltale right there. That's insane.
Yeah.
See, that's like, yeah,
He
that's
cut it off
wild.
before it got there, but that was crazy when she said it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, she got it. She got, and I hate to say this, man. Like I done got crucified enough, so we might as well keep it going. Like certain people just got that look. Like, yeah, you're a headache. You make bad decisions. You know what I'm
For
saying?
the
Like,
streets. Yeah.
you said what?
For the streets. You up there kikiing
Oh
about
yeah,
certain things.
1,000%. Like, and that could be a male, that could be man or woman. Like, some
Mm-hmm.
people just have that look. Like, yeah, you love attention, dog. You do stuff straight for attention. You gonna continue to do it for that. And anybody that goes on that microphone on any platform and like make it that specific with your face,
crazy.
Like, what's the goal here? Because she's trying to get DM'd by another guy. She's trying to have another baby daddy outside of the one she got and the boyfriend.
And subconsciously, she's trying to win her baby daddy, whoever it is, back. Like you said, when he gets into that relationship, right now he's in a win-win right now. You over here booed up. I get to clap whenever I want to, send you a couple dollars, and I'm chilling. I can talk to whoever I want to.
That's
But
true.
when he gets into a serious relationship, what, bro?
Nothing.
I'm being real.
I'm
He's
gonna be
winning
honest.
in every
Outside
point.
of ego, what's the win there? Like, I'm giving up the money. I'm not with my kids. Like,
Access. I feel like stuff like that, like the win though, for real, is access, power, and low key control.
Yep.
Because for me, it's not just like, yes, it's an ego thing, but it's also one of those like, yeah, like you already know you're not going over. What does that man have? Because my question for real would be, why is she even with her new man?
Mm-hmm.
If she considers him broke, because the only thing I can think of is why she's not maybe with like her kid's dad, is if she's like, I mean, everything was okay, but he wasn't there for me emotionally. And then she met the nice guy that was there for her emotionally, and she got wooed up in that until she wanted expensive things or whatever the case may be, that realizing, oh shoot, wait. Oh, I thought I wanted somebody that was there for me emotionally, and that's not actually. I want both. I want both.
Yeah.
And she's trying to have both. And she
Yeah,
is.
And you know
yeah,
he talking crazy too. Like, yeah, Brian can't get you that bag, huh? Yeah, that's cool. Come on over.
Exactly.
You know he talking crazy.
Hey, look, bro. And the
Exactly.
craziest part about that is, like, the crazy part about that is the boyfriend has to know.
Dang.
Like, you know that money ain't come. Like, you like, come on, man. Come on,
And you
man.
sitting
No.
back letting this happen. That's insane to me. That's
That is.
insane. And like I'm reading the what is it called? The little banner down at the
Yeah.
bottom or whatever. And the question says your spouse won't get you. Like that's even wilder. Your husband or
Yeah.
wife? What?
It
No.
happens every day. It happens every day.
That's insane. That's insane.
I guess my thing really is like, man, I'm gonna sound so judgmental, but after last weekend, I feel like, getting ate alive ain't really too bad.
We have 1K followers, bro. Say whatever you want to, bro.
No, hey, now we gotta watch. Hey, now we gotta watch what we say, Jay. Now we can't be right. Like, nah.
My bad, bro.
But nah, I imagine like she was an attractive woman, right? Like, but I always think like it just seems to me now at our age, most people, 'cause we're talking about a woman, but I'm saying people in general, that are a certain level of attractive. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's not that they're pretty but it's a certain look. It's like they look like they got stuff that come with them. Like I don't know what it is about the lens I view things now. It's like an instant look. Like, yeah, you could tell, like 3 sentences in, headache. 2 words in, get out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you too old to be acting like that. That's the thing that I just don't get about women, because we're talking about a woman, so I'm talking about her, like, attention seeking stuff. Guys do it too, but like, come on, man. And that's the mother of my kids doing that? Nah, man.
I mean, so the only thing that I can think of in my brain is that he's for the streets too. Like he's community D too, right? Like he's really out. I'm serious. And like why their relationship didn't work is because he was too busy juggling all these women.
Mhm.
But she still got the money. She unfortunately got caught, or fortunately, however you look at it,
Right.
full glass, empty glass, had a kid out of the situation or whatever. So it's like, okay, well, I can't be with him because I can't deal with him coming in and out of the house whenever he want. But he was financially supporting me. He was good to his kids in terms of being, that financial stability is something else. Let me tell you. And and some women are like caught on that, they're strung out on that, but they don't like being second choice or second pick to anything. So I think, like, for him, winning in this situation was, okay, I one up on this dude, on your new dude, right? Like, yeah, I might be throwing dollars out, but I got a one up. I could talk in these streets, like, I still, okay, so what, you laid up where I had her last week, I
Jesus.
whatever. He's
Jesus.
he's able to talk about it. And then for
Yeah,
her,
but
it's just kind of like, I can still get and do the things that I want.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but if I'm speaking on the woman side, if
He's
you're that pretty of a woman, like, hold a little more value about yourself, man. Like, we guys aren't okay. This one sounds really bad,
yeah.
but naturally, but no, I'm being honest. Like, naturally, we put somebody we find attractive on a pedestal. Like, if it's the guy, if it's a girl, if you like them, you think they're pretty, they get on a pedestal instantly, right? So, like, it's almost like kids and parents. You really don't have to do much for them to think you're Superman or Superwoman already, because you're
Mm.
already on that pedestal. You get what I'm saying? But like, you immediately take yourself off with certain behaviors or certain things. Just like, hold on, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to get into, like, the way people view themselves or self-esteem, but it's like, if you are I'm speaking on an attractive woman and a guy likes you, you probably don't have to do that much for him to already give everything he's already willing to give, because you're on a pedestal. You know
But
what I
they
mean?
can.
But like, when you put yourself in that light with guys, instantly, well, with most guys, instantly, it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm good. Like, now that I know that this is for everybody, I'm straight. I'm gone.
But I
And
think
that's
that.
what she got up there and said. I'm for everybody if you got money.
And let me ask something to that, bro. I think that self-esteem kind of thing can get a little tricky because we always equate that to attractiveness, right? Oh, they're attractive, so they
Mhm.
have high self-esteem. A lot of times they don't. And it's for men and women. Like, I think that people like, if a woman is very attractive and she gets with a man that she feels she's more attractive than, I think that her self-esteem is going to be very high. You know what I mean? Because at that point she feels like, okay, I know I'm the choice. I know, whatever. But if she gets with a guy that she finds more attractive, or a lot of women find attractive, she's more in the chasing era. So she's like, oh, I got to make sure I keep this up and I got to make sure I keep that up because I don't really know. So I think that self-esteem thing can kind of get a little tricky. So maybe in that instance with her baby father, it's more of like a chasing thing because she see the women that he's attracting and they may be a little bit more attractive than her. So now it's like, oh,
Mhm.
whereas the boyfriend she has now, it's like, yeah, I know he got me on a pedestal, but that's just Brad over there. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. So my definition of self-esteem is how confident are you that you are, how confident do you view yourself? Like, how confident can you, I'm trying to get it out. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
How confident are you in the person you present to be? Like, the person
Okay.
you present to be, is that really you? And how confident you are in that, right?
Gotcha.
So with self-esteem, Jay, I wholeheartedly agree with you. Some people equate attractiveness to self-esteem, not always the case. However, if you can forego your morals and values for a monetary thing or a tangible thing, I'm gonna have to say that self-esteem a little low. I don't care how much that thing is worth or how much money you give up. If that's the thing that can get you up out the way and have you acting like that, I'm gonna root that back to self-esteem.
I'm
That's
actually
it.
tied to self-worth.
That's what I was thinking, Britt.
Okay,
Tell
Britt.
me the difference. Tell me the difference, Brittany. No funny.
Because for me, like, self-worth is like how much you value yourself, right? And if I can buckle at $10,000 versus $100, that means that I value money, right? So if somebody's throwing it at me, then I don't have enough self-worth enough to. That's self-worth ties into our morals, our values, our principles, the things that we live on, and like kind of use as a guide for our everyday everything. So, but when we look at self-esteem, it goes back to what you were talking about in terms of confidence, right? And like how I view myself, if I'm confident in this thing. So when I hear you talking just now, if according to your example, like a guy is, well, if you bend at the click of a finger, you know what I'm saying? Like that's your self-worth. That's like you don't really value yourself for real, because a man can dangle anything in front of your face and it's like, oh, okay, cool, that's shiny and pretty. That's what I want right now. But you don't value yourself enough to stick by your morals and what you stand for. Like, do you really even know what your self-respect looks like? In my mind, I feel like that's kind of how I differentiate the two.
Well said.
Yeah, that was well said.
Beautiful, sis. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Any more thoughts on
Uh,
the video of the co-parenting situation where she just out here asking, just throw it in the bag? There's no way.
Reckless.
There's
She's
no, even if
trash.
you don't know
Leave her alone.
even if you don't know who I am, there's no way I could be with you anymore, dog. That is that is
Hey,
crazy.
bro, she came home after a few drinks smiling too. What's up, babe?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh,
For
don't worry.
sure.
I'm gonna call
Hey,
him
bro, I
tomorrow.
bet you he was in the crowd. I bet you he was in the crowd.
Hey,
Yes.
Like,
he
bro,
might have been, bro, because a lot of them do be in the crowd.
yeah, like people like that will throw for a couple of likes or throw their whole situation away, man. Come on, dog. Come
And
on,
then she
dog.
gonna
That's
go back
crazy.
to him and gaslight him. Babe,
But
stop
wait,
being
hold
insecure.
on, hold on. Before we move,
Mm-hmm.
what if he I'm just thinking this man's in the crowd for real.
Uh-oh.
What if he sat back and listened to this and was like, you know what? Like I low key I gotta deal with it. Do men? I guess my question is, do
Mm-hmm.
men ever come to a point where they feel like they have the prize, so they have no choice, kind of, but to kind of sit through this? Like I know I can't provide for her for real, but Shorty is fine. Like she's a bad one. Sex
No,
is good. Food,
no.
she cooking, she cleaning, she checking all these boxes. So I mean, I don't really care if she get money from him or not. Like because I have the trophy now.
Cause he
There
getting that
is some
thing too.
Oh, go ahead, Katie.
Nah, not if he getting that thing too, but nah, if he
Britt,
getting that thing too,
realistically, Britt, there's
we
some men
can't.
that think like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh
In a
no.
situation like that,
You ain't scratching. Hey, look, you ain't scratching what's over here, man.
hey, listen,
Nah.
I'm answering Britt's question. There are
No,
some men like that, Britt.
I'm
Right?
just go ahead, Jay. I'm just speaking for myself.
There are some men like that. And honestly, in that
Hell
situation,
no.
he may not be bringing the money, but I guarantee you, she's like over sexualizing the situation. Like she throwing that thing on him in a way where he just over there lost. He over there doing goofy stuff, like you said, just sitting there. Maybe you know what? It ain't that bad. You know, it really ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? She doing some things to him. You know, and you, it's not right, but it's the reality to answer your question. That yes, there is some guys like that.
You know, Brittany,
Sad.
man, I this is trick bag activity, man. Great question, though, Brittany. I think what you're saying boils down to how much access have you had in your past to that thing. So I think most guys who have had access to it from a valuable woman will kind of be more understanding of where he's at and what he may be worth. You get what I'm saying? But if all your access has come from like transactional, like, oh, you're not going to look at it like that because it's like, oh, I could just go get another one. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have a couple of moments and you got a couple where you feel like, damn, I'll let her get away. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what really makes you understand, like, oh, let me evaluate it full circle of what it is. You know what I mean? I think to the question you asked, the guy is like, oh man, he ain't never been on both sides. He's only been on like, okay, she always leaves me. This one seems the best, so I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna deal with it. A guy that's kind of dealt with a woman who he actually liked back. We done did the do. We done built some things together. It didn't work out cool. Went through a transactional phase before or afterwards. They're probably more likely to be like, hey, dog, you can go. Because I know what I can and can't get. You know what I mean? Everybody need to bat out their league at least once. At least once. Everybody. Men and women. Because you don't really know if you playing the game unless you know what I'm saying? You jump out the league and see where you at. You got to. You got to. Jay, am I lying, bro?
Nah, I think he figured. You're not lying, but I think he figured out where he was. And
hey, he's still wild.
Yeah,
man.
he's still in the dugout.
No, wait a minute. Before we move on, I'm gonna give Oh Boy credit because he could have been in that crowd and he could have been like, I know I'm not tripping. And she's like, yes, you are. Watch, I'm gonna go ask this question, thinking people are gonna be on her side. And then Miss Ayanla went up there and said, Shorty, you are disrespectful to your man. Because if you do notice, when other people were speaking like facts, to be quite honest, she was just giving like a slight head nod. But when the other woman on stage said, "Oh yeah, because I'm with Boy, but I didn't, I didn't sign up to be broke," she got really hyped up about that.
She did.
Because she felt validated in that. She was waiting for that response. She didn't hear anything else that anybody else had to say.
Yep.
That's sad.
100%. She went back to her seat and gaslit the hell out of him.
Oh, for
She
sure.
over here being insecure, like I know she gaslit the hell out of him when she got.
And can I ask y'all a question? I know this is kind of gonna be rooted in like the therapeutic lens, but like, how could that level of disrespect be subjective? Does that make sense? Like, how could anybody see that and not feel disrespected? The guy that she's with. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't understand
I
that.
don't know.
Like, what? Yeah, like, bro, how do you justify that in your brain if you do know? How do you even sleep with yourself?
Nah, that I don't
What?
know. I don't know. That's why I'm saying like that unless it's like a weak dude, that kind of she feels like she's the one that makes him better. I don't know. That's the only justification that I can give. It doesn't, and it even still, like, it just doesn't justify the fact that it was disrespectful. Like, that was just blatant disrespect for you to just even get up there and ask that question. I don't know.
Yeah, and he went for it. Any more thoughts on the video?
No, bro, no.
All right, let's get into these topics. So I got two of them, man, and we're going to talk about the holiday season, but I want to switch gears for a second for the topics of the night because this is really me asking a question to people, to you all who I know have parent, whatever the dynamic may be, but we all have at least one surviving parent that we still talk to. Do you all feel like your parents still parent you at this age? And let me give context. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about like, hey, hey, you do this, or hey, you need it. Not that type of parenting. Do you still seek guidance from your parents, or do they offer it to a point where we know all the things we know now? Are you resistant to it now? Does it still land? Is that like, nah, that's my mom, that's my dad, I'm gonna listen? Do you feel like they still parent you at the age you currently are at? And Asia, just based off the faces, I gotta go to you first.
Lord, I really did not want you to, because this is like real life for me.
Me too. That's why
Because
I'm
I
asking.
have one parent that
Okay,
no.
respect.
No.
Yeah.
I'm parenting the parent. That's what it feels
Mhm.
like. Right?
Okay.
In that way, for real. It becomes like I'm the one that they come to for advice. I'm the one that they like. I parent one parent. The other parent, though, what's interesting, the older I've gotten, it's been more of like, I really do feel like me and this one parent were friends, you know? And so there are times that it's like it occurs to me one day, I was like, wait a minute, I can literally talk to this parent about this. I could ask them, you know? And it was one of those, I had a really difficult conversation. I had something I was really struggling with. And I was like, oh my goodness, wait, I do have a parent. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, wait,
Yeah.
I don't have to be an adult in this situation. I can just be a daughter. And when that was such a relief because it was met with like this gentleness and like this, like, oh, honestly, it was like one of the, whatever. It's my dad, right? And so with him, as y'all can guess,
We
and when
already
I
do.
came, I
We
know. And when it
Yeah.
came to my dad, though, like, he was really, he felt honored, if I can be honest, that it was like a, you still want me to like be a dad, you know,
Yeah, that's
because I
dope.
am very independent and y'all know that. Like, I am
Yeah.
very much like, I'll figure it out on my own. And so
Oh
for
yeah, we
him to
know.
see, like, I know I'm working on it, but for
Yeah.
him to see like, oh, wait, you still want me to do like the dad thing? Okay, like let's talk about it. Okay, what do you
hmm
need to know? What do you need from me? And he got really excited, and I
hmm
think that has actually strengthened our relationship now, us
Mhm.
being adults, because now we're both adults, right?
For
But
sure.
it was refreshing to be able to just be a daughter for a second. That was nice.
That's fire. 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 That's what's up. Jay, what's your thoughts, bro?
I don't think that my parents are still parenting right now. I think they give me sound advice, but they do it in a way to where it's kind of like more of a suggestion. Like, hey, you could kind of do this. This is what I would do if I were you. Especially with my dad with like finances and different things like that. It's not parenting, but he'll kind of like, hey son, I really strongly think you should, do this thing. So to answer your question, no, I don't feel like my parents are parenting at the moment.
So, so Jay, I gotta ask a very honest question, and
Yeah,
I've never
sure.
asked you this, never asked this ever. Is it because of when you say no, they're not parenting you? Is it because of any of the following things? A, you personally feel like they can't. B, the relationship, or C, do you just feel too grown to where you don't need it? Do those three things make sense?
Yeah, I don't ever think I'm too grown to need any advice, any type of guidance, any type of. I don't think any.
But I'm saying parenting though, because you keep going back to guidance and advice. I'm saying parenting, where it's kind of like I'm not using this word in a triggering way, but I'm being real. Like,
Mm,
you know, like parenting got that like Trump card feel to it.
right.
Like,
hmm
could your parents still?
I think with the level of respect I
Hey,
have for them,
nah, man, I'm telling you.
with the level of respect I have for them, yes. Do they do that? No. It's not like a direct like,
Mhm,
hey, you need to do like as they were when they were parents, and like you need to do this and that's it. It's not that. It's more of like trying to understand my thought process behind it and coming together to make a great decision. It's not like parenting
mhm,
to me is like what I do to my kids. Like I give direct guidance directly.
mhm,
Like we're not
mhm,
doing that. You know what I'm saying? Or we doing like it's more direct, but it's
mhm.
it's more suggestion on their end. But if I would be open to it if they did that, because obviously I'm not gonna cut them off.
Yeah. Okay. Brittany, what's your thoughts?
So,
My wings were clipped yesterday.
yesterday.
Oh man.
I'm just being real. So if I'm being
Yeah.
honest, it wasn't until I got married
Mm-hmm.
that parenting
Mhm,
stopped. And
mm,
I say that because I value what my parents, I'm with the whole advising, like suggestions and things
mhm,
of that
mhm,
nature, but
mhm,
because I didn't go away for college, I stayed home. I've been home my entire life,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then even when I had my first kid, I wasn't with her father at the time, so they had to step in that way. And I was calling and asking for this, and my mom is like a lawyer, pharmacist, doctor. All she wears 1,050,000 hats. So
mhm,
if I need legal advice, I'm calling her. If I need a prescription, Ma, you got it in your cabinet. Let me get it. I'm not going to the
mhm.
doctor today. So I feel like for a long time I kind of sought out that, and I didn't think anything was wrong with it. And it wasn't until like my dad actually had a conversation with me of like, yo, you're with the solid dude now. I'm baby girl, it's time to go, type thing. Like
Mhm.
we're always here, but you got to consult your husband about certain things now. Like when it comes to make like I really depended on them for a lot of stuff, like down to like insurance or buying a car, or like they were still leading and guiding up until I'm serious, until recent. And then my husband really, he's to see his side of things. And when we had children come into play and how his he was more of like no, like a no type thing. Like his mother would call and
Mhm.
suggest, he'd be like, I'm not doing that, that doesn't fit my family dynamic, okay, bye. And I was like,
Mhm.
you said that to your mom? Like your
Oh
mom?
yeah.
We're allowed to say that to our moms, like. And he really, he
Mhm.
had to help me set the boundary of like, yeah, yo, like, let's do this for real. So I think it wasn't until recent, and I'll say another thing is I really had to. I'm happy that I learned this early on, because as the boys came into play, my two sons got here. That changed things because my parents felt like they can then parent my children, and I
Mhm.
found myself like, no, that's not how I do it. That's not gonna fly. And that's
Mhm.
when I really became into myself of like, okay, mom and dad, like suggestions are great, recommendations are great, but for me and my house, this is
Yeah.
how it's gonna go. So it's been a learning curve, but it's definitely more recent than in this age.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting. I guess I just feel the opposite. Like I literally this question really came from like a real thought. Like because I'm like, damn, sometimes I don't know who to ask. And I'm not saying I can't, my mom's not here. Me and my dad are close enough to where we can talk, right? But I don't think to ask. Does that make sense? Like it doesn't strike me to be like, "Hey pops, what do you know what I mean?" Because me and my dad are like bros for real. Like we really are like close in real life. So it's kind of like, even though yeah, you my pops, and he has given me game, but it's very much so like, bro, I know you my dad, but I feel like I'm talking to my brother that's 20 some years older than me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and that's our dynamic. It's not a disrespectful one. It's not something where I don't respect him as my father. You know what I mean? Things like that. But you know, I think because me and my wife was talking about this. I think because of our level, to Asia's point earlier, our level of independency probably makes our parents feel like they don't have to parent us at all because we've always been that way, like always been self-starters, always figured it out. But like now I'm getting to the age like, okay, it will take me longer to try to get there without the guidance. And now when I'm looking at those resources, I now go through an evaluation process of like, okay, if I did ask this, would I even listen to what they're telling me? You know what I mean? Like, damn. And I asked the question because sometimes when we know too much, it's hard to like that's why earlier, I don't know if y'all peep, but like earlier when we talking about the game, I was like, do the decisions they made before make the thing they're telling you more valid, or it makes you question it more? Because it's like essentially we should be soaking up that, well, let me speak for myself. I should be soaking up that wisdom no matter the past. But if I can't rationalize the reasoning or how we got here, it's harder for me to accept it.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, so I'm gonna say my dad still parent. I didn't think about this until I keep reading it back. That parent me is aggressive, but I do feel like us millennials need to be checked a little more. Because I was gonna ask you, Brittany. I know
Mhm.
you don't like the word check, so exchange it for whatever word you want to.
Mhm.
Outside of Mike, who is the person that could, like, if you were out of pocket and you couldn't go to Mike, who is the person that could reel you back in a stern way that you would respect? Because I would have to think it would have to be a parent, right?
Yeah, my parent or my brother, to be honest,
Okay. Is
because
your brother
even
older than you or younger than you?
He's younger than me. My brother's
Mm-hmm.
2 years younger than me, but
Mm-hmm.
it's only us two. So we're very, very close.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so like if I'm out of pocket, because Brittany is a ticking time bomb sometimes.
Oh, what? What? You heard it here first. What? We didn't know this. Breaking news. Hey,
He
look,
would
look, look,
tell
look.
me.
Let me see if I got this video. Breaking news.
He
No, I'm
will
just
tell
joking with you.
me.
Go ahead.
He will tell me though. He will be
Yeah.
him and my dad, they definitely kind of put me back in place. But what I was gonna say too is that um I had to listening to you talking, I had to think sometimes, or okay, let me ask y'all a question. Did y'all ever feel like pressured to do certain things because they were your parents? And as you became adults, those things kind of never left you, but you realized that you weren't doing them because you wanted to or you thought it was the best thing for you, but more so because you were pressured because they were parenting you.
Okay, so run that back for me one time in English.
That's a good question, though.
Okay, follow me.
It didn't land for me. Yeah, ask me. Yeah, let me hear it again.
Do y'all feel like back then, right? You did this, your parents told you to do something or they gave you that advice, whatever it was, because they were parenting, and you felt pressured to say yay or nay
Hmm.
because you valued your parents, right? You were going to
Hmm.
listen to them. Now as adults, you have your own lives, your independence, whatever. Do you find yourself still doing those things because you were pressured, or is
Yeah, I
it
get what
because you
you're saying.
just
Yeah, so I think my at a young age, I think my ability to make decent decisions, like my decisions were never really bad. Like my mom let me choose too much. You know what I mean? So it's like it's hard for me to like decision wise. If I don't trust you, it's hard for me to just like. So I'm saying that to say like I didn't feel the pressure because she allowed me to make decisions. You know what I mean?
mhm
So now in my adult age, I have, if I don't trust you, that is my big disclaimer. I have more of an issue of like listening. I'll listen to it, following it.
mhm
You know what I mean? But like I see that a lot with my wife though. Like I think there's things I see it a lot in our parenting. Like we care about stuff that doesn't apply to the world that our kids come up in. I'm like, that worked with us, but it can't work with them. Like that world's not the same place. That
yeah
message isn't the same anymore. Like, yes, the goal is the same. The way you present it to our kids can't be the same way they present it to us.
mhm
I give you one. The pressure of, and I hope I understood this right, but
mhm
like cleaning your plate, right? Like, hey, eat everything, right? You can buy my kids a $70 meal. I don't do that, but you could buy them a $70 meal.
yes, you do.
But the fact that they've never not had something, they don't equate the value of food. We knew what it was like to be hungry.
Hmm.
So it was, you better eat all that because I paid for it. My kids is like, yeah, I don't want that. And I'm like, boy, but in reality, that's not their life. They ain't never not open up a refrigerator full of juice and apples and whatever they wanted. So the pressure we felt to like, hey, you need to do this way, that way, that way. We try to do it, but it's not their world. So I hope I answered your question correctly. Did I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Asia
Go
J.
ahead, Jay.
That was
Go ahead, Asia. I'm bouncing off to you. Go ahead.
He don't even
no.
remember the question, man. He
No,
don't
I
even
was
remember
saying
the
like
question, man. Get
similar.
I just never really had to deal with that type of stuff. But
Oh,
Yeah, I would say yeah, same. Like similar to Keenan. Like I was the. It's interesting because between me and my brother, it's very different. So
mhm.
like I always say, sort of what Keenan's saying. I'm like, my parents. It was really just kind of like, Asia, go ahead. You'll figure it out. You
Yep,
got it.
Mm-hmm.
You all right,
yep,
go ahead. That's what you want to do? That's what's gonna happen? Okay, all
yep.
right. With my brother though, it was very, very different. So I have heard my brother say things like, um, well, I don't even know what I want to do, right? Because y'all made me do this and this and this. And so now I feel like I don't even know who I am for real. You know what I'm saying? Or different things, not those exact words, but as an example, right? So I do think my brother now feels that way. He's like, I don't know if I'm doing things, or he's now trying to find his identity because he realized that a lot of his identity had a lot to do with the fact that my parents felt that they had to reel him in so often that it was like, no, you go here, you do this. Nope, that's gonna happen. Because quite honestly, when my brother was given the free reins, like the way I had it, we have very different personalities. And so I think he needed that at the time. But I think because of that, my parents then held on so tightly that it never gave him the opportunity to actually flourish in that way. But for me, it was really just like they trusted me too much. It got to a point, I think I told you this before. I had to tell my parents, whatever pedestal y'all have me on, take me off. I don't want it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yo, what up, my guy? What up, Hemp? This might be risky, man. Appreciate the 10, man. Salute to you, bro. Keep doing your thing. The grind is real, my guy. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate that.
Hey, look. So so you know what it made me think about? It's hindering me. God, the V word is real right now. You know what's crazy is it's hindering me a little bit because I cannot see like decision making. I got you, bro. I got you. I cannot see decisions. Okay, so my mom let me make a lot of decisions, right? And because she taught me how to deal with the consequences of my decisions, right? I am very satisfied with making a decision and living with it, right? If I then ask for guidance and I can't see the result that you're trying to tell me through the decision you're asking me to make or you're influencing me to make, you might as well take me to church, yo. I do not know how to do that. I really do not know how to do that. I can't. And I'm pretty sure y'all experienced me like picking a decision apart. And I'm just like, yeah, why would I do that? Like, I'm not sure why I would do that. Like, it's not, doesn't make sense to me because in my world, I'm willing to live with my decision.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to live with yours. Yeah, because I can't, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, let me stop. I get myself in trouble, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Great question, Brittany. Great question. It was my question. That's how much I threw myself off. Great question, man. It was a great question. So we're hey, look, we're going to get into this fair or foul. I had a holiday question, but yeah. So let's get into this fair or foul because I think this. All right, so this fair or foul, I thought long and hard about this conversation because I go through it a lot, and I feel like we're going to have opposing views. But hey, I'm going to throw it out there. So I'm going to put the fair or foul on the screen, but I need to explain it. All right.
Okay.
So fair or foul, only gifting on big days and not on the in between. So Valentine's Day, birthdays, and anniversaries, but not the maintenance gifts, right? Or the maintenance type of love, or vice versa. You only do the monthly gifts for whatever. Oh, I thought about you. Here's the flowers, and you don't gift on big days. So in one world, you get really good gifts on these Valentine's Day, your birthday, anniversary, Christmas, let's say, right? And in the other world, you get think about you gifts every week, but they're smaller scale. Is it fair or foul to move either of those ways? Gifts on big days, but not maintenance gifts, but no gifts on big days. Is it fair or foul to operate in either one of those ways?
Wow. What are we even talking about?
Okay. Interesting. Asia J.
I think it's fair to give on either one of them. In the scenario, would I personally do it? Nah, but I think it's that's tricky for me. Let me just elaborate real quick. So I think that when people give gifts on like big holidays, I think your partner has expressed that to you that they love gifts on big holidays, right? I think it's inconsiderate when people give gifts like before or after the holiday, because I feel like it's no thought into that. Like you get your shorty something like a week before Valentine's Day, it's like, yeah, that's your Valentine's Day gift. I don't think that's cool. Like, because I think that's just like no thought. You know what I'm saying? Just like here, like, yeah,
Man, Jay is wild, bro.
I'm being real. Like me, I'm saying for me personally, because I just feel like there's no thought in that, bro. You know what day was coming up. You know what it is. Like getting a week before, and it's almost like, yeah, like it's a thought that count. Here you go. I don't think that's cool, man.
Asia.
I'm so conflicted.
Oh man, yes.
I'm conflicted because in my mind, like I think, nah, no, I'm not. I think it would be cool if I only got gifts on the big days, right? And not have the small in between gifts.
So it's fair.
I think it can be fair. Well, realistically, if I had to pick, well, I can't pick.
Yeah.
No, I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted.
No, whoa, in the history of fair or foul, that it's not fair or foul or conflicted. It's fair or foul.
You got to phone
so
a
like,
friend.
so
Hey,
like
phone,
I need you to
phone princess.
huh?
It depends.
Yeah,
It depends.
because I'm conflicted as a new
It does depend.
man. It's fair, dog.
No.
Depend
It's
on
foul.
nothing.
It's foul.
It don't depend
It's
on nothing,
absolutely
Britt.
fair.
Don't depend on it. It's foul.
It's
Because in
absolutely fair.
my mind, right, I'm thinking like I can understand. This is where I was going with it when I said I do think that it can be fair. Not, but only if it's the big gifts on like the bigger days. Because I started thinking like, so you're not giving me nothing for my birthday? Like I could care less about Valentine's Day. I'm thinking about like anniversary, and I personally don't like the whole like, oh, but I love you every day, so your birthday shouldn't count, so anniversary shouldn't count. Yes, it does. Yes, it absolutely does.
Right.
But then I'm thinking like, but a date night, because like a date night, that doesn't feel like a small gift though. You see what I mean? Like a date night, that's a part of a relationship. That's a non-negotiable in my mind. So that's what I'm saying. I could see that it being fair if it's that one.
So Asia, I don't like the way you presented your logic behind I love you every day, so I don't have to get you everything. That's not I think it's fair. I do. However, you have to, I would say in my experiences, the big days are a bigger bang for your buck. Not literally, but just saying like shock wise. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you do we're talking about gifts now, because Asia, I heard you say date night, but we're talking about gifts.
Right.
When you constantly give gifts, anything normalizes. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I think it would be fair to get gifts on big days and do the things Asia was talking about in the meantime, in between time.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you're not getting as many gifts. You're not getting as many gifts, but you're doing the trips and the date and then. Tell me be real with you. I'm bad. I do both, man. That's what made me ask. Like, me and my wife had an honest conversation. Like, hey, I'm like, love, do you know, like, one year, I'm probably being too real. One year, I never forget this. Like, we would do the big days. I was getting her the big gifts, right? And they meant more, but it started to feel so much pressure on what I got her because I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, I would get one big thing, then I get the next big thing. I'm like, damn, I'm running out of big things to get. And you can't on an anniversary be too thoughtful. Hear me out, fellas. Too thoughtful where you getting flowers and a cake. You be like, oh, you write a nice card, boy. That ain't no anniversary gift, boy. That thoughtfulness don't count, boy. You got to get something better than that.
Nah, you.
So then, you said what?
I said, nah, you do got to get something better.
That thoughtfulness is a trick bag.
Yeah.
Is what that is. Don't be too thoughtful, my boy. But however, I said that to say, like, if you're willing to do the other things in between big days, I think gifting on big days work. I'm a fan of just like, yeah, man. Like, if I want to express my love, I just get my ladies I just get her something. I just try to switch it up to the point where you're getting a gift, but you can't say what. You know what I mean?
I
think the gift giving is go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think that's good, but I also think like because I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think we were saying the same thing. Like I'm like a yes, give me the big gifts on the days, but we're still having date nights. But I think it's because for me, I consider like if you give me a little something, that's like okay, cool. But I would rather it's like if you thought of me that day, let's take me out to to dinner. Because for me, that's
Mhm.
quality time, and that like I really do value quality time. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like a little like trinket or whatever that for me that
Mhm.
wouldn't mean as much as saying like okay babe we're gonna have date night and
Yeah.
I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying, but that's not a
Mhm. Yeah.
gift. If you're saying that it's not a gift, that's an experience.
I get what you're saying.
You see what I
I
mean?
get what
So
you're
for
saying.
me it's
Yeah.
like that, and I also think like for some women, because you're talking about like the anniversary gifts, for some women, right, sentimental gifts can be considered big gifts.
Mhm.
So like it doesn't have to be like does that count for y'all as like guys? Like what is like a
I'm gonna be real with you. It's really easy for me to give gifts because I don't care about gifts. It is really easy for me to get them. It's zero pressure for me because
Hmm.
I'm appreciative if you get it for me, but that's not my like, oh my God, yeah, you got me
Mm,
something.
mm,
Like the other week, my wife got me this big gift bag, right? This is y'all are going to judge me because she knows me. But she got a like big gift bag of like all the things that I typically go buy for myself for like my studio downstairs, my office at work. And she bought this big bag of like, I'm like, yo, you a real one, dog. Like, that's my type of gift right there. Like, I don't need the other stuff. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
something like I care about those things. I'm very process oriented. You know what I mean? So like things she got me that make my processes and things easier because that's what I care about matter to me. I like, oh yeah.
Mhm.
Why wouldn't I work with that big bag proud, man? And that's just how I am. I
That's
think I'm like,
beautiful.
yeah, that's
yeah.
good.
Brittany,
I,
I heard you say foul.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that first of all, I'm hung up on big gifts because I I thought we meant like big days, like holidays, not necessarily the size of the gift. But I'm hearing y'all say
That's what
big.
we meant. That's what I meant. You heard it
Mm.
right.
Okay. Um, I think it all boils down to your love language for one, like you all were saying, because if I say this because
Uh, Hey Brittany, I do that just to make you change your tone, bro. I don't be meaning it. It's just so funny because you do that every time I do
good,
that.
well, good, because I don't. Never mind. I'll say that off camera. Um, gifts, your gifts. If gifts aren't, if gifts
I've
aren't
been
on,
trolling you like that for like 3 years now, bro. You
I
still
know.
fall for it. I just
I
had to
still
say it
fall.
like, bro, I don't even be meaning nothing by it. I just do it because I know you cool.
It's a that's a trigger. You instantly see my defense mechanism pop up. Like, what we doing? Like, you're stupid, man.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're not. Now I forgot what I was gonna
Go
say.
ahead, sis. Right. Your love language.
So
That's where you was
stupid.
at, boo.
He's so stupid. Um,
I am, bro.
I
My
forgot.
fault. My fault. Yo,
It
no,
depends.
I'm
It
laughing
depends
because I
on your
really
love
been doing that.
language. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You were saying it depends on your love language.
Yes, it does. Get okay. Gifts. This is what I was gonna say. If gifts is at the bottom of your love language list, then I don't think any of this matters for you. Right? Like and that's okay. But the only reason why I say foul is because like gifting only on if I'm understanding this right, gifting only on big days and then not worried about the maintenance days, it's like okay, so I don't care for Valentine's Day either, but like birthday or not even I don't really care for anniversary either. I'm not one of those like, oh my god, I need a new ring or necklace or whatever. Like flowers is I'm good with that. But Christmas, when everybody's passing out gifts, it's like, dang, I'm watching everybody open their gifts and you ain't give me nothing. Like not even that's crazy. Don't ever do that again in your life. That's insane. But then on the other
Your gift upstairs, man.
Mm, and so to your point, when women do the same thing too with babies. I didn't gifted you the gift of life. Like we're not doing this anymore. Your gift, you can
Ain't
unwrap, take it to school.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Greg, you about to
Hold
have that
on.
man unwrap a baby.
Hey, yeah, I gotta see this, yo. Hey, look, so real quick, Asia, I'm not. You got an admirer. Somebody said Shorty on the right is fine. Guess what? Hey, Jay. Somebody said I know the dude on the bottom gets nasty on the grill. They said I want that brisket recipe.
Hey. Tenderism, boy. Tenderism.
Hey, yo. Hey, appreciate you coming in, man. Subscribe to the page, dog. Appreciate you, man. Hit that like button, dog. Hey,
That was funny. That was
hilarious.
good.
Oh, yeah. That's getting
That was
clipped.
great.
Oh my
I forgot what we said, bro. What we said, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I do be getting nasty on the grill, though.
Hey, don't let him lie. He be stoving it up, microwave, man, air fry. Don't let him lie to you.
Hey, come on, man. You know
Microwave is
that
crazy.
was hilarious.
Grill Master
Nah,
J.
that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was
Yeah,
great.
but Grill Master J.
Grill Master
DJ
J.
Grill Master.
Hey,
yo, that's insane, dog. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. I just with the gifts, man. I've learned over the years, man. It's all about what you care about. To Asia's point about love languages, I learned the hard way. Y'all will really judge the early marriage Keenan bad, really bad, really bad. Because I remember one birthday I had bought something, right? And I'm the type now that I'll say, "Hey, love, here's the options. Which one do you want?" Like I'll do my research to know what she wants. And then I'll present like, "Hey, out of these things that I know you want, which one do you want now?" Right? So 1 year before that, 1 year she told me she wanted something. I bought it, but it ended up getting returned and I went through the process, but I told her I got it, right? So it didn't come on her birthday. Me just being, I'm gonna say complacent. I was like, "Oh, I mean, I got it. It didn't come. Like, I could show you the receipts and everything." And she was like, "Why would I care about what you told me? Like, it ain't here with me. Like, I don't care about what you telling me." And I'm like, "Yo, I bought it. I gave it to you. Like, what you mean? Like, it's not like I didn't do the research and pay for it. What happened wasn't on me." Boy, that conversation, that's when I realized, when you get, fellas, hear me out, at minute 77, it is way more valuable to just get the gift and never put an expectation on when, where, what, and how, and allow her reaction to be what it is. Like, that's when I learned to stop telling her something that could possibly not happen. I'm not saying it to you at all, because I learned that the hard way. I learned that the hard way. And I'm stopping right there.
Keenan, would you say that, like, as time went by, you had to like, did you find yourself having to top the next gift?
Not really, because I try to diversify. Okay, this is going to sound crazy. So no, but what I will say is that no, I figured out how to diversify gifts to the point where all gifts aren't made equal, but you can pay different prices in different realms. Does that make sense?
No, not really.
I can buy you something you've never had before.
Yeah.
I could buy you something you never had before, and because of how I got it, you getting what I got you is more valuable than what it costs. You know what I mean? Because topping gifts really come down to more expensive things, but it may be a trip this year, or maybe, it's different. The way you want to do it is why I don't feel like I need to top it. I feel like I got to keep the shock value and gifts and the thoughtfulness there outside of the regular range of what you showed me. So I think diversification makes me not have to top it. I just got to keep being different in my gift giving.
I like that. That's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And so Okay, so for Jay and Asia, do y'all feel like y'all repeat gifts? Like as you
See, yo, you wild, bro.
No, I'm serious.
Check
Cause
my trick bag, man.
do you repeat gifts? Like if you get into something new,
Mhm.
right? Like watches, for instance, for dudes, or perfume, or like, do you feel like you repeat gifts at it when you jump into something different, new?
I'll go first on this one. I think certain gifts I do. Like for example, flowers. Obviously women like
This nigga
flowers.
said flowers, man.
So
That's smart. He's a smart man.
a lot of women like flowers. So that I feel like the more like once we get on that more intimate level, then the gift giving. I ain't gonna Keenan know me, but I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a great gift giver. I ain't gonna hold you.
I gotta get my bro that he is.
But I gotta
Yeah,
be locked in with you to get to that level. But once we get
yeah,
there, oh yeah, it's no stopping. We good to go.
yeah. I give you that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't repeat gifts, but it's really because of how I like I'm a sentimental like gift person. So
Mhm.
you could mention one thing one time.
Mhm.
I put it in my notes section of my phone, really because my memory's not that sharp anymore. But for me, like I like doing stuff like that. So for me, I do and it could be small stuff too. Like it doesn't always like you could talk about this happened in real life, but like it could be like, oh, like I really, I usually eat really, really well, but really when when I go outside of my meal plan or whatever, I like the cookies from Panera. In my head, I'm getting you those cookies from Panera at some point,
Yeah,
just because, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing big, but it shows like I really do pay attention
yeah, for sure.
in that way. And it makes me happy. It makes me happy to say like, yeah, you ain't think I was gonna remember that. You didn't think I was gonna
Yeah,
give you them
yeah,
chips or whatever, those cookies from Panera. Um, but yeah, so it's that stuff. It makes me happy because I don't need a lot of gifts, but I really enjoy giving them.
yeah.
And so yeah.
Yeah, I like cracking the code of like stuff you didn't like Asia said, like you didn't think I was paying attention to. Like I heard you say that last year on July 7th. I got you, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I also think at our age, the convenience in the gift matters a lot. You know what I mean? Like you can get away with a lot more if yo, hey man. Yo, this man right here, bro. Yo. Um, so you get away with a lot the older you get if you added some convenience. You know what I mean? Like the point I made, actually you
Okay, so now I gotta look too.
Yo, so I'm saying convenience matters in the gifts. Convenience matters in the gifts is the point I'm making. The point I'm making. Any more thoughts on the fair or foul? So it's absolutely fair. I heard Brittany say it's fair. Asia said it was fair. Jay said it was foul. To gift only on big days and not in between or vice versa. Any more thoughts on that?
Mm-mm.
No, man, y'all got it, y'all.
Yo, man, appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, dog. Thank you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you get all content coming from the page. This has been another episode of the Monday Night Crew. It's your boy K. Mims. I got the ladies of the show, Miss Asia, Miss Brittany, my bro DJ J Dub. We are out.
You are now tuned in to the realest